Hi everybody, I'm Philip Duncan. Thank you for joining us. Well, we've got quite a lot to talk about today. We've not only got these afternoon downpours popping up, but we're also going to be dealing with a hotter burst of weather over the weekend and the start of next week, followed by a tropical low, which is likely to be a storm before it reaches us. So there is quite a lot going on. Let's kick off with the wind maps. Once again, afternoon downpours popping up in both islands thanks to the light winds and a bit of humidity coming in out of this breeze around the North Island. So yes, those afternoon downpours continue both for Thursday and also Friday. This is the Friday setup, and you can see here is that northeast flow feeding into the North Island, adding that moisture. And with the daytime heating, daytime highs up around 30 degrees. So we're likely to be seeing some big downpours, maybe an isolated thunderstorm as well. In the South Island, light winds. Again, the same story, a light nor'easter down the eastern side there, light winds on the other side. And so you end up with a bit of afternoon heating. The clouds build up and you end up with a downpour. So that is likely again through both islands on Friday. You can look at the future rain radar. The forecast rain radar shows those afternoon downpours. The areas in yellow, you can see there, have the highest risk of a thunderstorm. Now to the weekend, not a great deal of change on Saturday. Again, those afternoon downpours popping up in both islands, but it's really the temperatures that are going to lift again this weekend. Many places are about to feel even more warmth because the humidity is coming back and also the wind flow tilting a little bit more northerly. So look at this across both Australia and a big chunk of New Zealand. We are at least 4 to 8 degrees above average for your Saturday, which is why we're heading into this warmer spell of weather over the next few days. And it starts with this sort of airflow up here, this nor'easter. So it may not be overly hot around the weekend for some parts of the North Island. On Sunday, for example, there'll be a bit of an easterly, some clouds, some light showers in the north, maybe a couple of heavier downpours there. But really, it gets hot further inland and further south you go. So we're going to be seeing daytime highs into the 30s across Sunday. And then once we get to Monday, with even clearer skies, we're looking at daytime highs into the mid-30s for Central Otago, and it might even get to the late 30s for a time in some valleys. In the North Island, you've got that northeast breeze, a few light showers in the mix. Otherwise, your big anniversary day for the upper half of the North Island looks pretty good. Now let's fast forward to Wednesday. Look at this significant system out at sea. This is a storm coming out of the tropics, one to keep an eye on. It's going to change shape once it reaches New Zealand, and then it will cross over the country at some point. The good news is this could bring in rain for drought regions of Southland and Otago, which are very dry now, and it will also bring in some rain to the north. The downside is it could bring in too much rain. There might be areas of flooding. There could be strong winds that cause damage. And on top of that, we're expecting king tides with low air pressure that lifts the tide even further. And the closer that low comes to inland areas and the more of a northerly we have, the more likely we are to see coastal flooding again. So we've got a lot going on. Make the most of the next few days. They will be the quietest, apart from those inland thunderstorms. That is all from me. We'll see you again tomorrow.